Hello, Hameth here again.
A distraction from the terrible policies of this new government. Yes, the Prime Minister's abject...
He actually looks like Stalin. If you look at him, he looks like bloody Stalin. And for folks who don't know, I don't mean a starling that is a bird outside. And I'm not being rude to my viewers. Well, I am. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude or patronising. But it looks like Stalin. He looks like Stalin, doesn't he? Just put a bloody a red thing on his chest, his collar. Anyway, look at him. Good, eh? Butter wouldn't melt. We're communist so-and-so. Anyway, here we go. Let's listen to what's... Oh, hello.
Since 2019 is an important story. And yes, today's breaking news,
oh, God.
PM's Chief of Staff, Sue Gray, paints a picture of a government falling apart at the seams, with the appointment of Gray in the first place having been a total political scandal, given her previous role as a supposedly neutral civil servant and laughably tasked with investigating Partygate. So much for a fair trial. But the so-called optics of these scandals pale into insignificance.
Hold on. I don't know where they're wambling on here. I mean, look at them three bloody numpties. Seriously. Look, hey, if they got a brain cell between them, right, it'd be less than 2. Look at them. Look at that grinning. Look, they're all grinning and gurning because they're bloody taking the mickey out of us. Anyway, let's carry on.
Compared to the terrible things that this government has actually done.
Oh, here we go. This is it. Now we're getting down to the crux of the matter. Well done.
When you start handing over sovereignty to the Chagos Islands, to Mauritius.
Oh, hello. Hold on here. I made a video of that. I'm going to get quickly over it. The Falklands will be next. The Gibraltar will be next. And Diego Garcia is the very vital airport and airstrip. And they pretend in this area they've got control. No, they haven't. They've given it to Mauritius, and Mauritius are heavily influenced by China. End of.
Refusing to commit to the long-term future of Gibraltar and the Falklands.
There you go.
The latter of which over 250 UK servicemen gave their lives in 1982.
Of course they did. Shocking.
There is Angela Rayner's brainchild.
Look at her brain.
The overhauling of workers' rights.
I think she's got a child, but she hasn't got a brain. In my opinion, look at her. Look at that. I'm wobbling. I'm bloody angry. Look at her. Look at that. Hey, she'll be the next Prime Minister in the 2 years. I told you. I say it again. 2 years. She'll be... Oh, God, I'm sorry for wobbling. She'll be in charge. Brainchild, my bollocks.
Red tape, the scrapping of 0 hours contracts, the flexibility of which over 1 million people enjoyed last year, and a disincentive on business to hire casual labour. Companies covering sick pay from day one, which will make struggling small businesses sick.
Hey, now then. I don't agree with that. If you signed a contract, I don't know what my viewers think. Well, there's only about 3 of them, but I don't know what my 3 viewers think. Maybe even 2, so I might get a 50-50. But seriously, excuse me. If you've signed a contract with an... Oh, God, Pip's off again. If you've signed a contract with an employer and the employer signed a contract with the employee, that's it. You are an employee. And I ran a small business myself for 12 years. Before that, I was employed. Excuse me for my voice. For 20 years before that. So, and I got sick pay. Yeah, I was staff and I got sick pay, so that's fair enough. And if you were on the shop floor, which I started off on the shop floor, you had to have what it was called 3 waiting days, was it? Waiting days, I think, which I think was a diabolical thing. And I sound like a bloody what's it now, don't I? I sound like a radical liberal lunatic left. But, you know, if you're sick, you're sick. And you're poorly. So there you go. And this is what I'm saying now. If you've signed a contract, and if I don't know what the rules are today because I'm out of date. I don't know. I ran a small company and it employed 2 people. That was me and my wife. So you know what I mean. I don't know about employment rules then and now. Certainly then and now. But I think if you've signed a contract, you should have your rights. And if you fall sick with a bloody bad bout of God knows what, then that's not your fault, is it? And you've signed a contract. So there you go. That's my opinion. So I differ from this man.
To fire people who are useless at their job.
Oh, yes.
From day one of their employment, whilst also shortening the probation period, taking away power from companies to decide which members of staff are delivering and which are not. There is the madness of Ed Miliband scrapping new oil and gas licenses in the North Sea, rendering us reliant on flaky renewables.
This Stalinist lunatic conservative, goodness gracious me. You know, whatever. The country's already bankrupt, but they're bankrupt with times pi squared. You know, look at him grinning and gurning. Look at him. Look at the bloody face. Look at him. Wouldn't you just want to, eh? Oh, I don't know. Goodness gracious me. But seriously, they'll bankrupt us. They've got 5 years. They'll go bonkers. They'll go bloody batshit, ape shit. You know, they'll bankrupt us. I'm telling you now.
Fossil fuels from
fossil
abroad
fuels
for the foreseeable future.
Oh my God.
There is the assault on the UK car industry by needlessly bringing forward a ban on the sale of new petrol and diesel cars from 2035 to 2030. The only winners of which will be Volkswagen, Mercedes, Fiat.
I'm not bragging because you've seen it in my videos before. I'm not bragging. Of course, I'm not bragging. I'm not like that. I'm not that sort of person. But I don't want you to take it that way. I've got 2 very nice petrol-powered cars, a V12 and a V8, and you ain't taking them off me, my friend. And you know how much tax I pay each year for each one? 700 and something pounds. And somebody will sit there behind the tippy-tappy keyboard and say, you should pay more. Well, I pay the going rate. You know what? If you play a bloody... some folks get free road tax. Hey? Goodness gracious. And out of principle, I will not give them up.
Why? Because the EU will continue to make and sell these cars for another 5 years, long after British factories have stopped production.
Goodness gracious.
Education Secretary Bridget Phillipson has scrapped the free speech legislation aimed at universities, which means that higher education will continue to churn out a generation of intolerant, closed-minded and brainwashed robots. Now, to be fair to the government, they have achieved one record since coming into office.
I know.
1,000 migrants entered the country illegally yesterday.
Yeah, I know. It was 957, was it? Or 67? And it's not funny. You know, I make a joke, I have a laugh here and there. Oh, God, Pip. She's had her supper. She wants to go out. It's dark. She doesn't go out in the dark. None of the cats do. Anyway, but seriously, 1,000 people in one day. Here she is. She's wandering in. Hello, Pippo. Where are you? There you go. There's Domino. Look, in the usual spot. Yes, Pip, you can't go out. No. No, you've had your supper. No. Come on now. Right, so, anyway, we've got 1,000 folks coming in. Where are they going to go? 1,000 folks a day. Like I said, oh, Pippo. 1,000 folks a day. Oh, I think my voice is making a meow more. Look around your house. Go out. I don't know where you live or wherever, but go out your house and look and think, oh, God, look, there's 3 people live in that house and that bungalow and 5 there and 2 there. 1,000 people a day. Where are they going to go?
In a single day this year.
Goodness gracious, Lord have mercy on our souls.
Who it's reported was trampled to death.
Oh, my God.
The illegal crossings are an economic, national security and humanitarian.
Well, there you go. I'm not going to say that.
Genius with
You don't know who they are, do you? Because they throw the passports in the sea, so you... that's another issue.
Deterrent, which the Irish government admitted was already working before the first flight had gone.
Yeah.
Feared tax rises.
Oh, look at them. Look at them. Here we go. Brain cells alert.
Train drivers are already seeing Britain's wealth creators taking flight. With 10
Brain cells! Brain cells! I detect three brain cells!
Leave the UK this year alone.
Oh,
Another
Jesus.
unwanted record. Plus, there are concerns that the non-DOMS tax, egregious assault on wealth creators from abroad, started by the Tories, may now cost the country money. Books tweaking how debt is calculated, guaranteeing a financial burden on future generations and the risk of more inflation.
Goodness
Teenage boys at
gracious.
school could be reported to a terror.
Oh, I've heard this one before. Listen here.
Classroom. True story. And
listen here. I can't believe it. You know, I'm not sounding like an old bloody fart. But, you know, they used to do jokes. Men were, men couldn't do more than one thing at once. I think they can still say that. That's legal. You know, we've only got a brain for one thing and we can only do one thing at once. Obviously, I'm a man. And then if you say something about a woman, you know, oh God, he'd chop his bollocks off. But not the woman, but the man who makes the joke. Assuming it is a man who makes the joke, but you never know these days. But seriously, misogyny is wrong. Of course it is. Goodness gracious, I've never done that in my life. I really haven't. Women are great. They are. Men and women are great. We've got different faults and foibles and all that. But bloody hell, they're great. Hey, God, my mum and my wife. Pip's tails get in the way. Brilliant people. They're wonderful. So don't knock women. No. But seriously, if you're going to call somebody who says a woman should be in the kitchen and call them like something like an Islamic terrorist or compare them to that, I'm lost for words.
This spiteful administration has decided to price lower-income families
what's next?
Of private sector education.
Oh, here we go.
The newspaper, which is the in-house...
I tell you what again, I'm going to get my bottom... This is a rambling video. I know I'm going to carry on and you can like it or lump it. Doubt, scrub over, it was that plan for 5 seconds. Look, I went to private... I didn't go to private school. I did not. And it was a bloody crap school. I went to, believe you me, a comprehensive school, and it was bloody awful. Goodness gracious, I'm not telling you the grades I got, and I made good for myself despite them. Let's put it like that. But my parents, they weren't poor. They weren't poor. They were, you know, average, maybe a little bit above average of income. But obviously, they couldn't send me to private school, and I don't think they would have done. And I wouldn't send my kids to private school. I haven't got kids, so let's get that one out of the way. But if you want to send your kids to private school, then you've got to pay for it. So I don't, you know, I can't argue with this one, really, to be honest. I know the VAT won't go to helping other schools. I know that. That's a load of bullshit. So it'll go into all the bloody tax hole where it'll pay for incoming migrants. But you know, if you know, private schools, I think I should abolish private schools. Get straight out in the bloody open. You know, get rid of them. But that's my opinion, and you can put that pipe in your smoke it.
That the government's tax raid on private schools may have to be delayed because of warnings from unions, tax
oh my God,
school leaders,
unions and Labour. Oh well, we know where that ends.
Job losses and further pressure on the state sector.
So I've agreed with this man.
Not surprising, is it? Given that
I've agreed with this. I usually agree with this man, but I've disagreed with him strongly twice.
10,000
What's next?
Have already left the private sector since...
Yeah, well, they can go to the same school as you and me.
It's unconscionable to tax any institution which educates our kids.
Oh, no.
So if this
I
is
don't
what
agree.
Labour can achieve in 100 days, just think what they can achieve in 1,000. The freebie scandal looks trivial compared to what they're actually doing in government. Based on how they've started, there is no way that Labour will win the next election.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. No, there's no doubt. Look at that. Look at that bottom thing here again. Record-breaking 973 migrants crossing. Where are they going to go? That's one day, not a year. Goodness gracious. Anyway, I've had my rant. I've had 15 minutes of ranting. I can see it on my bloody video thing here, timer. But I've disagreed with this man on two things. Yes, I think they should abolish private schools anyway. End of. So if they tax them, tax them. And I can't remember what the other one was. It's been so long ago and I've got the brain of a goldfish these days. Anyway, thanks for watching in and talking and listening to my talking. And give me a thumbs up or a subscribe or a thumbs down if you hate me or hate what I've said or don't like what I've said. Hate is a horrible word. Or make a comment and say, you should say this. Anyway, ta-ta for now. Oh, the heck.